more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Bavarians is for your man and you too.
What's that you say? No Boulder Dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to The Unfiltered Gentleman. And now, breaking the seal all over the finer things of life, Greg, Scott, and Dan.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in The Unfiltered Gentleman. Thanks for listening. Thanks for drinking along and all that good stuff. I'm Greg. That's Scott.
Good morning. Good morning.
And for some reason, Dan hasn't shown up yet.
What the hell?
Not really sure what's going on. But before we get any further into things, we did receive this weird voicemail from Fontana Jim, of all people. Maybe this will have something to do with why Dan isn't here.
Hello, this is Fontana Jim. I'm calling in for Dan. I really apologize. Dan will not be in today for work. He had to settle a big argument last night. His good friends Greg and Shannon, they were arguing over whether to have Dr. Pepper or Mr. Pibb at their wedding reception, and it almost got into fisticuffs, and there was a lot of name calling, and it was just a very ugly situation. So I just wanted to let you know that Dan will not be in this morning, and it's nothing to do with wake and bake or drinking too much last night or taking care of hair of the dog this morning. So he was just taking care of his friends, and friends and family are what are really important in life. So just wanted to let you know again. I apologize again. This is Fontana Jim calling in for Dan. Dan won't be in today. Thank you. Bye.
Well, that explains it.
There you go. Dan is a caring guy.
He is.
Yeah.
And you know what? Dr. Pepper, goddammit.
Oh, there it is.
I am a caring guy.
You are a caring
guy.
Oh,
he's there.
He's here.
You made it.
What do you know?
Wow.
You should have this stored on your phone.
I think so.
Yeah, I think you need to have this on you at all times just in case you need it for anything.
It was such a responsible message.
It was.
It really was.
Yeah. Made me out to be some kind of hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were saving our relationship.
Oh, my God. Beats being a drunk.
Yeah.
Really?
Lord.
Yeah, I like that. It definitely wasn't wake and bake or hair of the dog.
No.
You were settling the fight between us about our Dr. Pibb and Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb situation at the wedding.
And being a very responsible adult.
Yeah. It beats like my employers knowing I'm a drunk. That's what I meant there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Being a drunk is fine.
Yeah, we all know the truth. So thank you, Fontana Jim. If you guys don't know what that's from, listen to Batch 143. We discuss needing Fontana Jim to be the guy that calls our employers for us.
I mean, we were right. Great idea.
Yeah, he came through.
Oh, yeah.
I'll load this onto your phone for you. You can just push it on through to your employer.
All right.
Just email it to them. Be like, can't come in today.
Yep.
Email the audio file.
I'm out tomorrow.
Thank you all for listening. Shout out to our top listening city of last week, which I will probably mispronounce, Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Gaithersburg. Never heard of it. But thanks for listening.
They've heard of us. I guess.
Yeah, well, who hasn't?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to hashtag show us your beers and rate and subscribe on whatever podcast app you're listening to. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to do that. All right, enough of the tomfoolery and all that stuff that goes along with tomfooleriness. Let's get on to some beer.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for beer of the week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend, and I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
We are having ourselves a beer, and I picked this one out specifically with Dan in mind.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had this before?
Oh, plenty of times.
I thought so.
Delicious.
We are drinking Topa Topa's Chief Peak IPA. This is like Dan-style IPA.
Good stuff.
Very West Coast, very clean, very easy to drink. It's 7% and dangerously 7%.
Yeah.
75 IBUs, has a 4.03 on Beer Advocate and a 3.86 on Untapped. Chief Peak says, you've gone from shrubland to woodland to highland when you stop to sip on a Chief Peak. The piney hops are first to arrive. The tropical tones of passion fruit, orange, and gooseberry aren't far behind. Look out on the valley and trace the contours of the mountain. Breathe in the thinning air, wipe the sweat from your brow, and take another well-earned sip.
Man, don't mind if I do.
Yeah. I feel like it just worked out.
No kidding.
Yeah. feeling better about myself already.
Yeah, this is good stuff, man. I used to drink this. Well, I have to go back. I haven't been in a minute. It's Topa Topa, the brewery down in Ventura.
Yeah,
and man, it's just nice. You know, you're outdoors basically. Usually they got like a taco truck or something nearby.
Yeah, they always got some food going on.
Correct. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, in honor of Ventura being our top listenership on the last show, we went to Ventura for the beer.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I love Topa Topa. To be quite honest, Chief Peak, not my favorite one that they make.
Right.
But they make some great beer. This is one of the ones that's easy to get in cans, though.
I do like their Mexican lager, and I believe they have one called Hybrid. I don't remember what the hell it is, though.
Oh, they have one. I can't remember the name. It's a coffee IPA.
Oh, that is another good one, too.
It is.
Ooh, sounds
phenomenal. Yeah, last time I was at Twisted Oak Tavern, of all places, with your homie Roger.
Oh, yeah.
They had some guest taps. One of them was the coffee IPA from Topa Topa. So after a couple of Twisted Oaks, I had myself one of those, and it was delicious. So let us know if you guys have had Topa Topa. I don't know how far they distribute outside of Ventura County, so let us know if you've had them. So good. A lot of piney, like they say. I guess I should talk about the beer, too. A lot of piney, like they say. A little tropical on the back end. The smell, to me, is more tropical, less piney. The flavors, though, I think are flip-flopped from that.
Yes. Yeah, no, man. It's just a good beer. What can you say about it?
Yeah, super clean, super easy to drink. 7% may not be a huge ABV, but when it's so easy to drink, it's a little dangerous.
Yeah, that's where it gets dicey.
So that is Topa Topa's Chief Peak. Let's say we move on to a little bit of crotch talk.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
Let's see. I do have a grievance.
Oh, yeah.
Should I start with the good or start with the bad?
Let's end on a good note.
Okay.
There you go.
Let's start with the bad then. So the lady friend offered, offered.
Brought home Mr. Pibb.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to need Fontana Jim
To come save the day.
Yeah, leave my lady friend a voicemail now, because it's going to be Dr. Pepper, goddammit.
I love how it was soda, too. So innocent. Oh, my God.
I know,
Great
right?
story. I love this, man.
Not fighting over like beer or wine, but
so good.
yeah, the same soda versus basically the same soda.
Oh, man.
So she offered to dog sit for her friend who was going out of town. This friend normally has a dog sitter all lined up. This person moved, so the dog sitter's no longer around. She said, sure, we'll watch your dog. And for those of you that know me, they know I have Marty the Brew Pup. For those of you who don't know, I have Marty the Brew Pup.
Yes.
And he's a pretty good dog. He does whatever you tell him to. He comes and sits and high fives and pounds
Very
it
well
and
behaved.
just does what the fuck you
Yeah.
tell him to. He's a great dog.
He drinks beer.
And he drinks. He loves IPAs.
Yeah.
Doesn't like that dark shit, though.
That's true.
He's an IPA guy.
And he's a designated driver.
He is. He's my favorite decoy driver.
Yes.
Right up there with Toonces.
And so...
Deep pull.
Deep cut right there. And so we were told that this dog was not only well behaved, which we know how she is. We've been to the house. Like, she's just fine. She's not good. She's not bad. She just is. We were also told that she was crate trained, so no big deal. When you guys are gone, you can put her in her crate, because if you leave her alone, she'll get into things and, like, eat paper and shit. Because I was like, there's no fucking way we're leaving her out while we're gone and sleeping and whatever. So she comes over, and guess what? She's not actually crate trained. In fact, they had to buy a crate on the way to the house. Like, they stopped at the pet store to buy it and a bed for it. So she gets here to a new house with a bed she's never slept in and a cage she's never been in. And the first night, we had her for like 4 nights. Yeah, 4 nights. The first night, we put her in the crate in our room, and she starts, it's fine until like 1:45. She starts whining at 1:45 and goes for like 2 hours.
Oh, my God.
After a few minutes of it, and like the lady friend trying to shush her, whatever, it's not working. I said, you need to get her the fuck out of this room, because I need to sleep. And she said, well, what do I do? I was like, get her out. I said, I don't care if you let her out the door. Get her out before I have to. And so she takes her downstairs. Well, she takes her downstairs, she starts barking.
Oh,
So now it's even
my
louder.
God.
I was like, fuck, we can't wake up the neighbors. She was like, what do we do? I was like, put her in the studio, because the studio's got a door. At least we can close the door. So we put her in here. So if it smells a little shitty in here, I apologize. No,
Not more than usual.
That's just Scott. Yeah. I vacuumed. She starts whining real loud from in here. At least there's a door, so it's muffled. Then I turn on the TV to kind of drown it out, whatever. So it was up from like 1:45 to, I know when I fell asleep, it was right at 4:45 when I fell asleep. Because I turned the news on because I just needed something to fall asleep to, and I kept watching the clock on the news. So I remember the last time I saw was 4:45.
Oh, man.
Next night, we took her on a huge walk. She's this tiny little shit dog, so a huge walk is an even huger walk for her. And we tired her out. She goes to bed, wakes us up at like 5:45, 6 in the morning, barking from the studio. And like the lady friend goes in there and she's being, like, oh, shush, be quiet, whatever. It's being nice, not working. So then she sort of yells like, no, gives her the stern no. It doesn't work. She's like, will you go do something? I said, I don't think you want me to. It's not going to be as nice as yours. She's like, well, something's got to work. So I go in there. I gave her like the old Vince McMahon, like, shut up, kiss my ass, kiss it, you're fired. He's gonna puke. Exactly. Gave her one of those. She stopped because it was loud as hell, and stopped for about an hour. So then I fell back asleep. Was woken back up in an hour. I had to come back and yell at her again. I got another like 30 minutes out of it. Then I was just pissed, and I got up. Same thing the next morning and the next morning. And then I realized the last day we had her, I realized. And the lady friend was telling me, like, she gets yelled at a lot at her house. She only responds if you yell at her. So this whole time I'm like, oh, I don't want to yell at this dog. Like, I feel bad. She's in a strange place. She's got a strange bed. I don't want to yell at her. She won't shut the fuck up. And I realized when you yelled at her, so I yelled at her. I yelled her name and said, come. And that was the first time she responded, and she came to me. And then I yelled at her again, and it said bedtime. And she got right into her cage. I was like, oh my God, I just needed to be a dick this entire, like a bigger dick. I was so annoyed. She's such a little shit. I was like, never, ever offer to take her again. Right. And the worst thing, she's not food motivated. Like all dogs, you can get to do something with a treat in your hand.
That's right.
She doesn't give a fuck about food. She wouldn't even eat her breakfast or dinner. Shannon, the lady friend Shannon, I just said her name as if I've never said it before, is down on the floor, like trying to convince her to eat, like playing with her food and making noise. I was like, if she's not going to eat, she's not going to eat. Yeah. Like, when she gets hungry, you know what she'll do? She'll fucking eat.
Exactly.
Right. I was so pissed.
That's crazy.
I was like, stop hand feeding this stupid dog. She clearly is not hungry.
Yeah, like my dog, like it's funny. I'll accidentally feed him twice sometimes. I'm like, did I feed you? It's gone already.
No, Dad, you did not. I swear.
He'll eat it. He'll eat it again.
Oh, that would be Marty too. Marty will eat his meal, and if I get like a treat out, he's like super excited. Like it's the first time he's seen food that day.
Oh my God.
I was so pissed.
Crazy.
Man. Don't dog sit for people.
It's funny because our dog is like that. Where sometimes it won't eat, and the wife is the same way. Come on, please eat. Come on, you got to eat. And she'll do the hand feeding thing. Don't do that. Stop hand feeding her.
Right.
That's the worst thing. And like if it's just me, just me and her by herself, which happens a lot because the wife's work schedule and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the food out there, and it may be 2 days, but I ain't gonna give her no more food till she eats it, and eventually she'll go eat it.
Yeah.
As I keep telling my wife, if she's hungry enough, she'll eat it.
That's what I don't like either, is like when people like feed their dogs like food and they say, well, this is all my dog will eat. And it's like, yeah, the fuck right.
Yeah.
You ever watch dogs at pet stores? They eat their own shit. I'm pretty sure they'll eat the dog
lick
food.
their own balls.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, they're not real picky.
Yeah.
It's not a
Give me
flavor
break.
thing.
Ridiculous.
I may have told this before, but it's when we first got our previous dog, and we were at, I don't know, PetSmart or whatever, one of the dog stores, and my wife was looking for food, so she's asking one of the guys that works there, what's your opinion on which, kind of food should we get our dog? And he's like giving her all these explanations, but he's looking at me while he's telling how good all this dog food is. This is very nutrient. This does this does that. This whatever. And he's talking to me, and I go, dude, I'll just get the cheapest thing that I can find, and he'll eat it when he gets hungry enough. And I got a look from both my wife and the guy. They're like, you asshole.
And then PETA showed up at your door the next day.
We're taking your dog because you're feeding him shit.
Yeah. See, we don't free feed Marty. So like he gets his food and he has X amount of time to finish it, and then we pick it up. Here's the thing: we never have to pick it up. Like he's a street dog. He annihilates that thing like he's never going to see a meal again.
Mm-hmm.
This other dog is used to being free fed all day and just leaves the food out. And her owner was saying like, oh yeah, she definitely always eats all her food. I think what really happens, they also have 2 cats. I think the cats eat her fucking food.
Probably.
Because she was here for, let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. She was here for what should have been 9 meals. I think she ate like 3, maybe 4 the entire time. And she just was so disinterested. Like you'd pick it up and put it in her face. She just didn't give a shit.
Wow.
And her also, for the size, she eats almost as much as Marty does, but she's less than half his size. There's no way she's actually eating all that food because she's not obese.
Yeah.
So I think they're overfeeding her and the cats are just eating it.
You imagine you go over and you see fat cats living there.
Yeah, I know, right? I think that's really what's happening. They have no clue what's going on with their dog. God damn, it was annoying.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, and while this doesn't mean anything, it isn't annoying. It was just adding to the whole retardation of the weekend. The owner was saying like, oh yeah, and it's weird. She never drinks water at all. All she did the whole fucking time was drink water. I had to fill that water bowl up so many times. It was insane. She just sat down there drinking water. It was so weird.
It's weird.
It was so weird. All right, enough about dogs. Our apologies. On a happy note, I brewed another beer.
All right.
And I'm hoping it doesn't suck because they're very hit or miss with me. I brewed another brown. We've had my brown. This is the third time I've made it. We haven't had the second one on the show yet. We just had it pre-show once.
Oh yeah.
Haven't tried it yet. It's been at this point a little over a week in the fermenter. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. Which once it's done fermenting, I've got some oak chips that are soaking in bourbon right now.
Ooh.
And so I'm gonna bourbon oak age it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty gangster.
Yeah, I've never done the oak before, so we'll see how that works.
Cool.
See how long I have to let it sit there, and
I'm into it.
Hope I don't mess that up. So I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, if it works out well, I think I'll do it again and have it at the wedding.
Oh, all right.
And have like a special batch of bourbon barrel aged brown ale.
Right on.
Yeah. And finally, Julia, aka Mommy Beerist on Instagram. A lot of people probably know who Mommy Beerist is. She's local. She is a baker, and I just happened to message her because I was in fact, I talked about this on the show for St. Patrick's Day. I was at Poseidon Brewing, had some cupcakes with my beer. They were phenomenal. Started asking, found out who made them, then found out who that person was on Instagram through the beer community. I was like, oh, it's Mommy Beerist. I follow her. I didn't know she made cupcakes and shit. Hit her up, just told her how great they were. And we started talking, and she's going to come on the show if all of our schedules align, which it sounds like they will. She'll be on the show next week. She's going to bring some cupcakes. We're going to bring some beer.
All right.
We're going to do a little cupcake and beer tasting. So
I can dig it.
Yeah, very excited for that. We're going to get fat as hell over here. So be looking forward to that next week on 146. That should go down. Anybody have any grievances or anything? Anything to share?
No, I would say... I did go down to a local watering hole, and I was surprised. They actually, it's like all craft beer, basically. And they switch it out, revolving taps and stuff. And I was so surprised to see they had just sitting there was Pliny the Elder.
Oh, just no big deal.
Yep, just no big deal. NBD. And I was like, hey, sign me up. Because I got a friend with me. Psych. Give me 2.
Give me 2.
Yeah. So, oh my God, it was so good. And they, it wasn't a big line for it or anything like that. It was just there.
Usually won't get a line for Elder. I mean, you can sometimes. It's a little more common.
It was good, man.
Younger is when you get the real lines.
Oh, okay.
They sell tickets and shit. It's so weird. But yeah, congratulations on that find.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's a bit of a score.
It was.
Yeah. Do you want to say where it was, or?
Yeah. It was at Bottle and Pint.
Oh,
yeah.
I love Bottle and Pint.
Oh, yeah. You have been.
Well, there's 2. You probably went to the one nearest your house.
I did.
There's also one nearest to my house.
Oh, wow.
Which is the original location. So yeah, they have a lot of. If you're out in the Ventura County,
it's crazy
area, Southern California, they always have a lot of rare beers in there.
I think those are only 2 locations. I think they said that they are opening a 3rd one though.
Are they opening the 3rd one?
I think in Agora.
Oh, well, here's a little insider info. I heard that the owners and people from out of the area. I'm so sorry. Owners of Bottle and Pint are partial owners on the new brewery that is going to be opening here in Thousand Oaks, Tarantula Hill Brewing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they have their hand in that as well. So they must be doing well.
Yeah.
Must be doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah. Got a good beer, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else? Oh, Old Timey Word of the Week. I guess it's Stoup. S-T-O-U-P. Stoup. I don't know. It's a vessel to hold liquor. So grab your Stoup and hit the streets.
There we go.
Yeah, it's interesting. I almost want to say stoop.
I do too. It almost seems too easy just to be stupid.
Right.
That's my problem. With
A vessel to hold liquor, eh?
Yeah. Nothing like a good stoop.
Right.
Or Stoup.
It's like old school for a growler, huh?
I guess.
Yeah,
there you go.
Right.
Yeah. Because a growler is so hard to say. Nobody could decide on the pronunciation of Stoup, so they just went with growler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't pronounce this. Fuck it. Let's call it a growler.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
I know. Growl.
Yeah, you have enough of these. Grrr.
Yeah.
That's what I get when I'm empty.
growler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move things on.
No one could blame you for bed swerving. It's time for Beer Babe of the Week.
It is indeed, and our beer babe of the week is Casey. You can find her at Humble Beer Girl. All one word, no spaces, dots, dashes, nothing like that. Humble Beer Girl on the Instagrams. And she's not drinking in this picture. She's serving.
That's what I noticed.
Yeah.
Is that the first one?
Maybe so.
Right?
First girl beer babe of the week serving beer.
Yeah, she was behind a bunch of tap handles.
Yes. I'd like to get to know her.
For sure.
Yeah.
kidding.
Serving up the goods.
Yeah.
You bet.
So go follow at Humble Beer Girl on the Instagrams. She's serving up some tasty, tasty craft beers. All right, we got a few things. Dan's got another movie to talk about.
God.
We got a bullpen beer to get to and some
Busy man.
booze news. What do you think, Dan? You want to do a movie?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Have you seen the latest moving picture? Let's talk movies for guys.
So over the weekend, I watched Death Wish 2. No, I didn't watch it. That'd be awesome, though. I can't get over that. I want to do Death Wish every week. No, it was, I watched,
Do that or Wolf Cop.
yeah, I watched the new Pet Semetary movie.
Oh, that one was pretty scary.
Yeah, and in doing so, I broke two of my movie-going rules, which is rule number 1.
Sober.
I said no.
Yeah.
That's true, but I never break that one. Rule number 1 is no more Hollywood horror movies.
Okay.
And then rule number 2 is no remakes. And it's a Hollywood horror movie remake. And
Two big rules you broke.
yeah, I know. And you'd think I'd learn, right? I think I made those rules for a reason.
Yeah.
And I should have paid attention to them.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
And you're right. I mean, the commercials, trailers, everything, it looked scary.
They did a good job on those commercials.
I agree. It got me in. I was like, man, this looks creepy, dude. I'm ready
Yeah.
to watch this shit. Did you watch the first Pet Semetary?
No.
Okay.
Not only am I a bad movie watcher, I hate scary movies.
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay. Scott, you didn't watch those?
I did not.
Okay. I'm right on board with you guys. I'd never seen the first Pet Semetary. So I was like, hey, maybe I'll just jump on this one. I remember I did that one time when I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre back in 2003.
Oh, okay.
Which was the remake of the 74 version of Texas
Something
Chainsaw?
like that.
Yeah.
70-something.
Yeah, so I had watched that one first, and I actually, out of all the remade horror movies, that's the one I actually kind of liked, was the Texas Chainsaw one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Wasn't that Rob Zombie?
No. That
Oh,
was the
okay.
one afterwards. In fact, I think Rob Zombie, did the Halloween one, maybe.
Oh, man, that's what
Yeah.
it
Well, yeah, they're all the same guy, right? Some guy in a mask chopping people up.
was. Pretty much.
Yeah. But anyways, so Pet Semetary, I watched that one. It suffers, I think, again from, it's a Hollywood movie, Daniel. What were you doing? You dumbass.
Yeah, Daniel.
Wow. What the hell?
Damn it, Daniel.
Damn it, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. So it was there's jump scares in it right from the start, like some car passes by too loud and scares people. I mean, this is stupid. If you got to do a jump scare right, like Aterrados, the movie I watched, Terrified. That movie did jump scares right. This one is just, again, more Hollywood bullshit where someone runs down the stairs and you think it's the killer, but it's the mom that forgot her purse or something.
geez.
It's like, this is stupid. And it also suffered from, again, more poor writing, I thought, where, the characters don't make the right judgments. There was a scene where, like, these little kids are, I think the little kid, their kid, goes out to the cemetery, and then they sees this little marching band of kids wearing these creepy-looking animal masks and, like, banging drums together. And she's like, Mommy, what are they doing? And she's like, oh, it looks like some kind of ritual. Let's go back inside. I'll make you a sandwich. I'm like, no, that's not the correct reaction for that.
Call somebody.
Yeah, call someone. Hey, and you're the adult. And say, hey, you fucking weird little kids. What the fuck are you doing?
Go home.
Yeah, I just got here and you're creeping me the fuck out. Like, can you go do that somewhere else? What's wrong with you guys?
Stop banging those annoying drums.
No kidding.
Quit with the noise.
Yeah, on top of all that. Yeah, it was stupid.
Brats.
There is like a little filler that kind of, I guess, carries over from the old movie where I guess she has something to do, like the mom has some issue with her sister who passed away that had like a back issue, which I felt was just kind of sandwiched in there to be creepy. I don't think like it had any purpose in the story. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is undoubtedly it's pretty creepy, but I still don't get where this is going. And
never served any purpose.
It didn't. It didn't. John Lithgow is the he's the old man.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah.
Shrek.
I love that show.
He's the old man.
Oh,
do you like that show?
Third Rock from the Sun?
Yeah? I never watched it.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, man. Here's a fan. But so he was the old man in the movie. It was funny because and another thing that I didn't get in the movie, and I don't know if this is in the old one or not, but like the little girl, right? Instead of Gage, spoiler alert, this movie sucks, so I'm going to ruin it for everybody. Gage isn't the one that dies in this one, the little boy. Mm-hmm. It's the girl that gets run over. So it's funny because she gets run over, and then the guy learns about the cemetery that brings things back to life, starting with the little cat they buried in there, which was funny too, because when the cat came alive again, it scratches the guy, and then it's like, oh God, it's evil, and then it goes through the door, and it gives like some love to the door. I'm like, hey, if that's a zombie cat, like zombie cats need love too? Like, what is this shit? Stupid. But and then anyways, so the girl like gets brought back from the dead. And it's like, okay, like you just killed your kid. You know what I mean? And then the old man sees the zombie girl in the window. He's like, oh my God. And he runs away. I'm like, dude, if they watch this kid, like they've been watching it, that kid's going to be hacking that old man to death in no time. And sure enough, it's like, instead of the police, the old man should have probably just called like social services. Cause this guy, like he's already killed his kid once, and you can't keep an eye on your zombie kid? What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's true.
You shouldn't be a parent.
Yeah.
So
call CPS.
Yeah, exactly. So there were some creepy moments. I felt like the girl was a good actress. She creeped me out. She was really good. But there's just so much she could do with the poor writing and I don't know, just stupid jump scares again. And it kind of a cop-out ending I didn't really agree with either. So
typical Hollywood bullshit?
Correct.
So you drank to get through it.
I did, and I drank another one just for being an idiot and breaking two of my rules.
That's too bad.
Yep.
All right. Well, don't go see it, people.
Nope, don't do it.
Don't go see it. All right, we got a bullpen to get to before we get to some booze news. So let's make a call to the pen.
He calls to the bullpen for
beer.
All right, one of you grab this beer over here while I talk about it. We are drinking Braveheart Frogman Imperial Red Ale. 7.5%, 49 IBUs, has a 3.64 on Untapped from the brewery. An American red IPA with a serious malt backbone from a judicious use of Crystal 60 and Crystal 75 malt. The distinctive citrusy aroma comes from Centennial and, I don't even know this one, but Autonomous hops? Autonomous? No idea. At 7.5 ABV and 49 IBUs, this is no lightweight beer. We are proud to honor the Seal Family Foundation and all those who serve. Quick backstory behind this beer while you guys give it a shot. This is the beer that I got from that beer march a couple months back where the guy forgot to charge me, and I then went and found the donation the charity that they always donate this beer sales to and donated to that charity. Since they forgot to charge me for it. But Braveheart Brewing donates proceeds to various military charities based on the beer that you bought. So anyways, an Imperial Red Ale. What do you think?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you fan?
Oh, hell yeah.
I found this to be a little dividing amongst my friends when we had it at the beer march.
Is that right?
Yeah, some liked it, some did not.
I'm a fan of a good red. And honestly, I've been like on kind of a brown kick lately. Mm-hmm. Like I just go in and out of these kicks, and I think this is the one that's going to swing me back to reds. I got to be honest. Like I've been off of that for a minute, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good.
Yeah, it's a little hoppier. It's got that kind of imperial hop to it,
and it's the right introduction, I think, from brown to red. Funny its colors, but
this kind of meet in the middle there.
Yeah, it's very toasty.
Yeah, it is very toasty and roasty and caramely, and the color is, I don't know, what would you call it, like copper color?
Correct.
Something like that. Rusty, I don't know.
A little rusty brown.
Yeah, that doesn't sound appealing, but I think it's the right color.
That's what you want to drink.
Yeah. What say you, Scott?
I am a fan.
Like it?
Yeah,
right?
I like it. It's good.
All right. Well, then my friends who didn't like it can suck it.
Yeah, suck it. Friends.
Friends.
Yeah. I think when you don't know what you're getting into with an Imperial Red, like you don't know it's also going to be hoppy, it can be a little surprising.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's not your game, then you're like, oh, it's a red, like it's going to be sweet and caramely. It's like, nope, this is also going to be hoppy because it's an Imperial Red.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe some of my issue with red is that maybe it's just kind of sweet and, where, I need some hops. Give me some hops, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this delivers on all fronts there.
Yeah, this definitely has a little hop to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk a little bit about hops.
Let's do that, Huel. So, all right, cool. Thank you to Braveheart Brewing for this one. It was tasty. Frogman Imperial Red Ale. Let's move
Good
on.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Move on to a little news now.
Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news.
Well, Deschutes is not going to build their Virginia brewery after all. Well, they haven't said that, but they're supposed to have it done by 2021, and they still haven't started it yet. So they notified the city that they would not have it done in time. They were supposed to have it done by 2021 to avoid some sort of fees or tax things, and they said, nope, not going to happen.
Come on, Virginia, get on the ball here.
Yeah,
you guys are treating it like it's a football stadium.
You're right. Well, and Deschutes has been having a little bit of a struggle lately, which is not good because I am a big fan of Deschutes.
Right.
Black Butte, Mirror Pond, they make some good beer. Fresh Squeeze.
Yeah.
So I hope they don't run into any more.
Deschutes.
Yeah, no more problems, Deschutes. What else? Record number of breweries are now operating in New York/California.
Wow.
Yeah. Two of the largest states now boast a record number of breweries. According to an economic impact study released Tuesday by the California Craft Brewers Association, a nonprofit trade group that represents the interests of states' craft brewers, California continues to be home to the most breweries in the nation, with more than 980 in operation as of April 2019.
Woohoo.
Yeah, go us. We're drunks.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, an economic impact study released today by the New York State Brewers Association found that 434 craft breweries were operating in the Empire State at the end of 2018, up from 383. They may have a lot, but we still have double.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. Those are the two more saturated states probably in the United States.
Yeah,
and
by population.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hey, let's all get drunk now.
Let's all do it.
Yep.
Of course, San Diego has 170 of those breweries, but
yeah,
kidding.
Than the rest of the state. So, what else? Patagonia, the clothing company, has brewed a beer with wheatgrass inside of it. It's this thing that they're trying to do to prove that you can brew beer with sustainable ingredients.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I just thought about it.
Yeah. Says, I'm very excited to introduce our second beer made with kernza, which apparently is the wheatgrass or whatever.
Oh, man.
Through Wes Jackson's pioneer work at the Land Institute, Patagonia Provisions has been able to help bring the important regenerative perennial grain to the forefront with the hope that others take notice and implement similar practices. Beer is the perfect vehicle for this and a delicious byproduct of our collaborative work in regenerative agricultural practices. You could also do is just not put wheatgrass in your beer.
I don't think anyone was asking for it.
I can tell you I wasn't. Anybody over here asking for wheatgrass in the
No.
Should I say wheatgrass?
Well, usually when I go to the bar, hey, you got anything with wheatgrass in it here?
Trying to get a little energy, be a little healthier. I need that
Yeah.
wheatgrass.
Give me
a
a
little wheatgrass beer before I go on my
antioxidant
run.
boost too to go in there.
Right. Yeah, it helps the immune system. It's all great. Speaking of Patagonia, they have filed a lawsuit against AB InBev. They're suing Anheuser-Busch, claiming the world's largest beer manufacturer's Patagonia Brewing Company, and the brand infringes on the trademarks. In this case, filed in California federal court, Patagonia alleges that AB is attempting to co-opt its 40-year-old apparel company brand and reputation, including making promises to plant a tree for every case of Patagonia beer sold, as well as developing a strikingly similar logo that features a mountain silhouette. The clothing company also took umbrage with AB's marketing efforts in Colorado ski resorts, where the beer company gave away its Patagonia-branded clothing as well. In short, AB InBev has done everything possible to make it appear as though this Patagonia beer is sold by Patagonia. Way to go, Budweiser.
Nice.
I know, they can't do their own shit.
Aren't they also still in that lawsuit with, was it Coors?
Yeah, Miller Coors over the whole corn syrup thing.
Man,
yeah,
their lawyers are making big money.
Yeah,
right?
I saw a Bud Light box the other day where it says proudly brewed with malt, hops, grain, and rice. I was like, yeah, I'll take a little DME over that rice, though, which is the corn syrup.
Right.
Because it's not high fructose corn syrup. It's just, it's a normal beer ingredient. While I love the corn syrup ads, I think they're hilarious. Like, you're an idiot, because rice is a much worse ingredient in your beer. It's disgusting, you fucking idiots.
It's funny.
Our country needs to get their shit together. A study from Stanford shows that consumers more negatively view beer made by women.
What?
A study recently released by Stanford researchers suggests that consumers more negatively view traditionally male-oriented products, including craft beer, when they are manufactured by women. Our research suggests that consumers don't value and are less inclined to buy traditionally male products if they think they've been manufactured by women. There's an assumption that your women-made craft beer, screwdriver, or roof rack just won't be as good. Researchers Shoal something and Shelley Correll, I'm so good with names, asked 200 volunteers for their perceptions of beer labels with one difference. The labels featured the name of either a male or female brewer. According to the study, consumers said they would pay less money for beer made by a woman and that they had lower expectations for the taste and quality of a beer crafted by a woman. What we're seeing here is that women-made goods for sale in male-type markets are being penalized for no reason other than the fact they're made by women. That's retarded.
They can brew a beer. Our research has proved that there are babes who drink beer and enjoy it. So it's not a predominantly...
We prove that every week.
Yeah, it's not it can't be a predominantly male thing. This is, everybody enjoys beer.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me use my favorite example of this. You guys like Integrin?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was my other point.
Brittany's brewing the shit out of that beer over there.
Exactly. And oh my God. I have so many great things to say about Integrin, and you're getting me started again. And yes, brewed by a woman. So you guys can all go suck off if that's what you feel like. You see a woman's name on there, and you're not going to drink it?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it would have been interesting if after they tried the first time, they switched the labels and had them try it again.
Well, it was the same beer with different labels.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing.
It's just the fact that they had a woman's name on it.
Yeah, they just switched the name of the brewer on the
come
label.
on.
Right.
And that was the only difference.
That's ridiculous.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Brittany, just putting them all to shame right there.
Some of my favorite beer is made by women.
Exactly.
I was just telling somebody about this Three Weavers beer I had the other day that was so good. I can't remember the name. It's something Sassy or Return of Sassy or something like that. And it's a rye IPA. Someone's like, oh man, I love rye. I was like, let me tell you about this one I just had. And it's Three Weavers, which is a woman-ran brewery. It's like, you guys are fucking retarded. Women-made beer is delicious.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool too. I wonder if you get it together. It's like you know how you ever see like everyone thinks like cooking is kind of a woman's thing, but you see like the famous cooks on TV are all men for whatever reason.
Right.
Like I wonder if that there's probably a lot of hidden gems out there, like the women brewers. I bet you they're coming up. I mean, if Integrin is any indication, I wonder how many other breweries are like that, where it's just there's these hidden gems nobody knows about, and there's this chick brewing it, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and you just don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Not so stupid. Common Roots Brewing to open a temporary brewery and tap room. 3 weeks ago, after a fire caused severe structural damage to Common Roots Brewing Company, the Glen Falls, New York-based craft brewery announced it has secured a temporary brewery and tap room location about 2 blocks from its original site. The new space is expected to open later this month. And a GoFundMe brewery has raised more than $36,000 in just a couple weeks for the brewery. Very unexpected fire just hit the brewery, and luckily no one was hurt, but they lost a lot of structure and a lot of their equipment. So now they're having to rebuild, which is unfortunate to hear. Missouri beer drinkers. Dan's been looking forward to this story.
Oh yeah, can't wait to hear this.
Pick crap beer at a festival.
Of course they do.
When organizers of the Missouri Beer Fest in Columbia announced the winner of the People's Choice Beer Award earlier this month, more than a few people booed. That beer sucks. It's corporate swill. Joe Pressmeyer, president of the NH Sheppers Distributing.
There you go.
The wholesaler that supplied
Sorry,
the day's brews, recalls them yelling. But the results proved unassailable. The winner received around 10% of the popular vote, way higher than the previous winners, 2 and 3% that totally eclipsed all of the runner-ups.
Oh, that's too bad.
We worked our butt off to promote our beer, and we came in second, says festival organizer Tom Bradley, who brought a collaboration beer he brewed to sample. I guarantee we had better floor placement, and it still was head and shoulders ahead of us. So what beer proved so offensive to attendees and some of the 20,000 plus social media users who viewed the official post on Facebook? You guys have a guess at what shit beer it was?
PBR.
You're getting close.
Oh, damn. I don't have a good guess.
Natter Days.
Oh.
A strawberry lemonade beer brewed by Natural Light. A sweet, aggressively accessible lager released by the most rivaled of all macro breweries, or reveled. It would be hard to find a beer easier for craft beer snobs to ridicule.
No kidding.
Even worse, it wasn't even on tap. It was only available in 30 packs.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
So what could have possibly compelled the plurality of 1,500 beer drinkers in attendance to cast their votes for this? But simply, says Bradley, it tastes good.
Wow.
Yeah. They picked strawberry lemonade Natty Light over all the craft beer at that event.
Wow. It's funny. It's interesting because it reminds me of a conversation I overheard the other night. I'm just sitting in a break room, and two guys, I mean, you're you guys' age, so they're, quite young.
Young and strapping.
Yes. And so they're talking about going out after work and, hitting one of the local breweries or whatever. Mm-hmm. And one of the guy, he mentions one place, he goes, yeah, we can go to this place, they have IPA. And the other person says, oh, yuck, I can't stand that. He goes, I can't either. He goes, PBR all the way.
Oh,
damn.
I'm like, whoa.
There are other craft options. You don't have to jump from IPA to PBR.
Yeah, that was their thing.
That's too bad, Missouri. I mean, because think about it, like, nobody's going to jump in there. You know what I mean? Like, save the
I have
day.
No need to go now.
Well, I mean, like, even as a craft brewery, to step in and say, yeah, we got this market cornered, like, there's nobody here. It's like, no.
Yeah.
They don't dig you guys. They like this strawberry corporate bullshit.
Yeah, well, that's where Budweiser is, St. Louis, Missouri.
Man.
So
have some of that.
I can tell you where I don't need to go for a beercation.
No kidding.
Missouri.
Wow.
I had a friend actually text me out of nowhere the other day. She goes, please don't hate me, but I had the new strawberry lemonade Natty Light, and it's really good.
Oh, my God. Wow.
And I responded with, this is going to throw a wrench into our friendship.
Yeah.
She's like, but it was really good. I was like, that doesn't make it okay.
No, it doesn't.
It sounds awful.
It doesn't sound good.
No, strawberry lemonade?
Doesn't sound appealing
Sweet,
at all.
sour, and then beer.
If I wanted a cocktail, I'd go order a cocktail.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, God. What's wrong with you people?
Agreed.
Homes closer to breweries have higher property values.
Of course.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I don't even think I need to explain the story. I could read all the stats, but I think it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
You live near a brewery, your house is worth more.
Hey.
They said, this is done in Philadelphia. The median list price of a home there is $270,000. The median list price of a home close to Crime and Punishment Brewing Company, $350,000.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Live by a brewery, people.
There you go.
And finally, beer market share falls below 50% in 2018. So this is compared to other alcohols such as wine and liquor.
Oh.
Beer, for the first time in a long time, fell down to 49%. Wine was 15.4%, and hard liquor was 35.6%.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. But they're coming out with like these craft other things like kombuchas and
right.
the seltzers, the hard seltzer waters. So it's really diversifying the beer industry a little bit.
Correct. I wonder too, like if you kind of making it more of a connoisseurship, drinking beer, like becoming like an enthusiast. It's like making people kind of branch out into wine or say hard liquor,
yeah,
and enjoying, like, instead of just drinking the house shit, like really getting into like the good stuff, like they were doing with beer or something.
Like now that you've actually enjoyed the flavor of beer instead of just a Bud Light, like you're actually like, oh, I wonder what wine tastes like, and maybe you start enjoying wine as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting concept because I, as a craft beer drinker, also very much enjoy good wine too.
Correct.
So I could see it going that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
as they want craft, they get more crafty things.
Yeah, get crafty.
Get crafty, people. All right, that's it for us. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Thanks for joining along. Don't forget to find us at theunfilteredgentleman.com and at The Unfiltered Gentleman on the social medias, at Unfiltered Gents on Twitter. They can suck it. You can call us and leave a voicemail. Drunk dial us, 805-538-BEER, 2337. If you need an excuse from Fontana Jim,
hey,
looks like he's handing them out for you. Just tell him the number. He'll call your boss.
And they're amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Amazing messages.
Yeah. I'll let you know what happens with the Mr. Pibb and Dr. Pepper fight as soon as that's all settled. But I have a feeling Dr. Pepper's going to win.
Probably.
Who wants Mr. Pibb?
That's right.
That's awful. Thank you all for listening and for joining along. Keep on doing that, and hope everyone's staying hydrated. On that note, good night, everybody.